Hey Cancer, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 20th through the 26th. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am setting the intention for the 20th through the 26th, but you might see this video a few weeks from now, months from now, years from now. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to hear the messages, so do keep this in mind. And keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective, therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's more than okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what we have coming up here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, let's see what we have coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first card coming up here for y'all, we'll move you just a little bit closer. First card coming up here for you all is the Five of Coins. Now, the Five of Coins is a card that kind of sometimes scares people because they might see it as like financial difficulties or hardships, or they might see it as a time of being shut out, or like, like not being accepted by someone or being left out of a situation. However, one of the key words of the Five of Coins, is like a loyal lover or a loyal companion during times of hardship. So the Five of Coins can be something that's coming up here, that you're going through a transition, that you might be going through some kind of a transition. I do see the Five of Coins come up when sometimes people are wanting to get into like self-employment, or they're wanting to get into doing something for themselves. They're wanting to get into like making certain financial changes. And the Five of Coins basically says this transition is going to take some time to bring in profit. It doesn't mean that it won't be successful, and it doesn't mean that you're doomed in any way. But the Five of Coins comes up to say that keep in mind, this is not going to be an overnight process. Therefore, when it comes to things like investing or spending money or investing money into this, you want to do so conservatively. You don't want to do it with the energy of going for broke, or the mentality of, go big or go home, right? Sometimes people make the mistake of thinking, if I put a lot into it right away, it's gonna pay me back right away. And that's not always the case. And so when the Five of Coins comes up, it's saying this is one of those situations where you want to put in a little bit at a time, because it's going to take time for the profit to come in, right? It will be successful, but it's not going to be an overnight success. Therefore, this is a time that you want to make conservative financial decisions. And the reason why it's going to take time is there may be things happening with the economy, or the current like economic climate, or it could be the time of year or a seasonal thing. Sometimes we're doing something that other people aren't quite ready for just yet. It's going to take them a time to catch up to our idea or to our vision. And so that being said, avoid that all or nothing mentality and make your investments conservatively. Spend conservatively. You may also be finding that in this time, there may be certain people falling away and new people coming into your life, because it's becoming very clear to you who is in your life for the right reasons, right? Who is falling away because maybe you're not being as generous, or you're being a little bit more like budgeting your money, or being a little bit more cautious with your spending. And you may find certain people aren't around you as much anymore, or aren't wanting to be around you as much anymore. And the other side of that is you're finding the people who are loyal and who are in your life for the right reasons. The next card that's coming up here for Cancer is the Eight of Cups. And this is a card that comes up with a very specific message for me in my readings. Traditionally, the Eight of Cups is like this desire to find fulfillment, in this quest for fulfillment. We might be in this energy of like soul searching and trying to find what fulfills us, or what satisfies us, or what gives us a sense of purpose in our life. It is a card that comes up a lot for people who are going through like a career change, or who are wanting to do a career change, or wanting to do something more meaningful. And one of the things I've realized over the years reading for people is the Eight of Cups tends to come up for me in readings a lot of the times when I'm dealing with somebody who's a bit of an overachiever. You might be the kind of person that you set goals and you do not rest until you reach those goals. You work very hard until you reach those goals. And other people look at you like, "Oh, it's so easy," or you're just like lucky, or you manage to accomplish really difficult things. They don't realize how hard you work to make it happen. The problem is this, Cancer. When somebody is coming up with this energy for me in my readings, you'll set a goal in your mind and you have this idea where you're like, you know what, like this is what's missing in my life. And once I accomplish this, once I achieve this, like I'm going to be so proud of myself. This is what I feel called to do. And you work really hard and you achieve the goal. And you're really happy for a little bit. But that happiness doesn't last very long because before you know it, you're in this energy of, well, I'm still proud of myself that I did this. I'm glad that I did it. But it didn't make me feel the way I thought it was going to make me feel. I still don't feel fulfilled. I feel like something is missing. Something is missing here. So I must have focused on the wrong thing. And then some other idea comes to your mind. And you're like, you know what? That's it. That's what's missing. And I'm going to be happy when I achieve that. So your happiness is constantly contingent to the next goal. And now you're going through a cycle in your life where it's always about happiness is going to be in the future once you accomplish this specific thing. Whether it's finding your soulmate or getting married or having kids or going back and getting a higher degree or starting a business or it becomes the next goal and you think that that next goal is going to fulfill you, but it never does. And the reason why, the Eight of Cups is saying we're lacking a deep spiritual connection. Once we make our spiritual connection, we're going to feel full. We're going to feel satisfied and we're going to be able to really fully enjoy the fruits of our labor and feel contentment, feel satisfaction, feel fulfilled. Some of you might say, Amethyst, I already have a spiritual practice, right? I'm already a very spiritual person. But that's exactly the thing. You might have a spiritual routine, but that's the thing about routine. It becomes routine. Over time, it becomes automatic. It becomes autopilot. It starts to lose its meaning, right? It just becomes this routine. It becomes robotic. So this might be a good time, Cancer, to ask yourselves, what are some things that you can do or that you can incorporate in your life, in your spiritual routine, in your practice that really, really helps you to feel inspired, that really helps you to feel spirit or feel connected with God, with Source, with that higher intelligence, that source of life in the universe. It can be spending time in nature, animals, volunteering, music, the arts, doing creative endeavors, different forms of meditation, being in the water. There's so many different ways that we can incorporate something that helps us to have that spiritual connection and that helps us to feel like connected to Source and helps us connect to love. So ask yourself, what are some ways that I feel connected to divine love? What are some ways that I feel connected to something bigger than me, something out there in the universe? What are some ways I feel aligned with that energy? And make time for that, whatever it might be. As I said, spending time in nature, philanthropy, working with animals, working with children, working with the elderly, artistic endeavors, whatever it may be. But kind of ask yourself and try to incorporate that, or different forms of meditation or different modalities to keep that connection fresh. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Two of Cups. This can very well be a soulmate card, a true love card. Those of you who watch my readings, you know that in the weekly forecasts, I don't like to focus on love and romance. I do love and romance separate on my channel. And in the weekly videos, I like to focus on you and your journey. But sometimes love comes up, and Two of Cups oftentimes is seen as a soulmate card, a true love card. Some of you may be finding true love significant true soulmate during a challenging time in your life, the very time that you might think, oh, nobody's gonna want me now. This might be the exact time that you're meeting somebody who is with you for the right reasons. Two of Cups is very much giver meets giver energy, harmony. So even if you're not focused on love life, or your love life is just fine what it is, then the Two of Cups could be harmonious connections or relationships, or people who are coming in to be more helpful. Two of Cups is giver meets giver energy. Unfortunately, when we're givers, a lot of the time we're going to attract takers, but Two of Cups is giver meets giver, right? Two people coming together. What can I do to help this person today? What can I do to help this partner today? How can I water? How can I fill their cup? And you two are doing this for each other. So this is a partnership or a relationship or friendship that's going to flourish and go on forever, because both are invested, both are giving here. So harmonious flow, harmonious connection, harmonious relationships and interactions, people who are giving and not only taking. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is victory. The Six of Wands is overcoming obstacles and challenges. In terms of self-employment, we did talk about being kind of a little bit cautious here, how much money we're spending and investing conservatively. So having the Five of Coins with the Six of Wands come up for anybody that's doing something in terms of business, these two cards coming up in the reading together can quite literally be coming in with the message of there's no need to put a lot of money into advertising right now. Because one of the meanings of the Six of Wands is business coming in by word of mouth. People talking about you in a positive way, people sharing your information, your material, your site, your page, whatever it might be. So Six of Wands could be those of you who are doing things in terms of business, people finding you through word of mouth, or through referrals. Six of Wands is beating out the competition. Six of Wands is overcoming challenges and obstacles. Six of Wands can also sometimes come up when your name is being cleared in a situation, like a truth is being revealed. People were trying to lie about you or put you in a negative light, then they may have been accusing you of doing the things they were doing. And Six of Wands can come up to where like that is being revealed and there's some kind of validation or vindication for you. I feel Cancer, some of you were in a situation where you were running the risk of being cut out of something, right? Like, I don't know, maybe you were in a band and they were like voting to kick you out of the band, or somebody was trying to get you fired from a job, or you're in some kind of organization or group and somebody was saying that like you haven't been authentic, or you haven't been like doing what you're supposed to be doing in some kind of a way, like you're this bad person or this bad influence. Six of Wands makes me feel like the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out about the person making the accusation. Now, you may decide after that that you don't want to be there anymore, and you may go on of your own free will to do something else or to focus your time and energy elsewhere. But I feel here that some of you are, somebody's trying to push you out of a situation and they're ending up like damaging themselves. It's coming back on them. It's coming back to them. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign cards. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. There's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. Also, you may want to check out the daily messages that I've been posting on the channel. Every single day I've been doing a little daily message to start off the day that people have been finding helpful. Love readings for June are linked in the description. July love readings will be coming up over the next few days. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead, Cancer. Hope to see you all in the daily messages as well. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye.